So the work instructions are field specific. And what'll happen is when you're on a quality inspection template, you're going to notice this new button here, instructions. So these are instructions for the selected line. So for example, let's say that for aerobic plate count for instructions, we wanted to put in some text such as work area, level table with ample surface, and we want to have storage space free of dust, and then we want to have petri dishes, glass or plastic. Okay. Now let's presume that we also want to have a different set of instructions for Coliform. So similar to how we clicked on the instructions for aerobic plate count per gram, we would do Coliform count. And we'll notice that it's a different set of instructions that we can define on the Coliform count. So for example, let's say that we wanted to just maybe describe the method in here. So maybe we wanted to use a most probable number MPN method here. And in this case, perhaps we wanted to actually supply an additional instruction for it as well. So in this case here, maybe I have a technical specification that I want to link in as well. And maybe we'll just put in something on here that just says using tubes to calculate ferment lactose. Let's go with that for now. Okay, so we have a piece of text with an instruction that's associated with it, and we also have just ferment lactose, and we also have just text without, and then in this case here we also just have instructions without any additional URLs. Okay, now using those instructions is pretty straightforward. So all we need to do is we just need to open up an existing test, and on it we're going to notice this instructions panel on the right hand side. And this instructions panel is going to have links, and if I click on the link, in this case here, it'll just give me more details. So if I did have very large text, I can just click on it and see additional details on it. And again, if I had more details, then I can click on it. So in this case here, the aerobic plate count is just all text. Now if we go to Coliform count as an example, and then I tap on it, well, this one had that URL specified, right? So because it had the URL specified, it opened up that URL for me. And then in this case here, I just had plain text, and so it shows me that instruction here. So that's an idea of how you can associate additional documentation with specific instructions that are on the test. Now you can also use it with attachments, and the way it will work is if you have attachments for that field, then the order of priority is it's going to use the URL if you have it. And if you don't have it, it's going to look for any additional attachments that you might have in the system. And then if you don't have that, then it'll simply display the text itself. So let's say, for example, that for aerobic plate count, we actually wanted to attach a document and we didn't have a link. All right. Now, if you do already have a CMMS, you would just put in the URL in here instead. You would not use the attachments approach. But if you don't have something like SharePoint or OneDrive or some place of storing that specification, and you can't use the URL, you can use attachments. And if we just click on attachments, the attachments here are going to be for that entire field as it's on that template, not just for that single line. So let's do this. So we're going to add and attach this file, and we're going to attach this US FDA aerobic plate count instruction manual. So we're going to choose attach files, and then we're going to drag and drop that file on here. Okay, so now we have this attachment, and this attachment is associated with that field on that template. All right, so now if I were to look at an existing test, and we will pull one open, if I click on it, I'm actually going to get that attachment that I can use to download and look for other additional instructions. Now, if we had a URL on there, it would take priority for that link. But that's it. So it's exactly that straightforward. You simply see the instructions on the right-hand side when you're recording your tests. And to configure the instructions, you can simply just use the instructions on here. And again, you can also put very large text in here if you so desire. So as an example, I could put in, so let's say that I wanted to add in more instructions in here. I could just put in some details here from the FDA. And what would happen here is if we now go to our existing tests, and I now go to my E. coli present, I can see this little detail, but I can also see much more detail as well if I just had large text for that individual line. Or of course, you can just make multiple lines however you see fit.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more great content, and remember to hit that bell icon to stay updated. See you in the next video.